Thanks for coming in today, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to some more Piper Meridian action, M500. The FSR 500 that I love very much. Been messing around with it a lot recently since it came out, and we're going to do another flight in it. We got our good buddy William on Moline approach, so we're going to give him some traffic. Depart out of Moline, head to Spirit of St. Louis. And do a little bit of flying in the Meridian. Not a super long flight, maybe like an hour on the block, a little more than that, depending on how fast or slow we cruise. It's going to take a little bit of time to get set up. I'm going to run through all the checklists and everything, so here we are. And let's get it cracking. Alright, hold on. We're going to use the GPU start this time, so that'll be a different checklist for the engine start. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and doing Project Sunrise. That's a long flight. Yeah, I'm not a big long flight guy. I'm a short haul guy in the sim. I'll do my long flights in real life when I do my transcons. Anyways, here we are. Here's our Meridian. We got the GPU hooked up, so what we're going to do is we're going to start, first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to load instant because the real-time load's been giving me some hassles, so we're just going to load up our passengers and people, instant load. They got everything they need. We can remove the red carpet, we can remove the propeller torpedo covers, we can close the door because they're inside, we're all fueled up. See, the door is closed. We got the GPU hooked up, so that's good. Alright, let's get cracking here. Start right on in with the checklist. Ba-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. I heard a ding-a-ding-a-ling-a-ling. Pavlin, thank you for the 20 bits. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support, man, on the stream. Let's get cracking with the checklists here. Alright, so before starting engine... let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Battery switch. Like everything is. We just don't turn the battery on until after we start the engine. I think that's the only difference. All right. So, anyways, before starting engine, passengers boarded, door closed and latch. And I'm reading just right from the checklist over here, in case you're wondering what I'm reading from, chat. There you go. All electrical switches are off. Of course, the GPU is plugged in. We are gonna need to do, definitely want nighttime on there. Alright, continue on here. Let's see. All electrical switches off. Cabin control is off. Circuit breakers are all pushed in. ESC covered is off. Alright. Parking brake is on. Verified that. Bleed air level is closed. Power level is idle. Condition lever is cut off. Emergency switch on. Check off. We're good with the GPU on, so not worried about that. Nav light we will turn on. Battery, again, we're not going to turn the battery on because we're going to do this off the GPU. We'll get to the battery later. Flaps retracted. Fuel gauges, check quantity and imbalance. Alright, so fuel quantity, we're balanced and good. We got the fuel we need. All the temperatures are good. We'll do the fire detection test. Good there. In the CAS. Consider the illuminated P2E, take off fake all turn off generator. Okay, we're good there. So everything is ready to go. So now we're going to do engine start using external power. Alright. Battery switch, verify, off. I'm a commercial pilot, Pavlin. I fly for an airline in the US with an I fly on the A320 as an FO. I am ATP rated. Battery master switch off. External power is connected. We gotta check the volts. 28 volts. We're good. Needs to be between 24 and 29. Fuel pump switch to manual. Should see left and right fuel pumps. We gotta get rid of the inset here. How do I get rid of you? Alright, I'm not worried about it. We're good. Anyways, continuing on. Ignition switch, manual. Clear the prop area. Clear prop. Do the auto start. Alright, we need the NG to come up, stabilize a little above 13%. Oil pressure is coming up. We can introduce the condition lever. Right. Close that. Alright, fuel pump switch to auto. Ignition switch off. Battery master switch we can now turn on. External power will disconnect. Turn all those guys off. Generator switch. We'll go ahead and turn on.
Hey JPC Jeffer 3 hey.
And alternator switch on. What do we got in here? Mike Stein, thank you for the 3-month free subscription. I appreciate it. Kenny Monster, Nick Reslow, thanks for coming in today as well. Appreciate you guys. I'm sorry I'm ignoring chat while I'm running through the checklist here on the startup. And the actual startup checklist is complete. So now we'll grab a clearance. We will turn our avionics on first here. We'll grab a clearance from Moline Approach. I think it's actually Quad City Approach if I remember correctly. Right, is it Quad City? I think it's Quad City. Let's see. Yeah, Quad City. Alright. Quad City Approach, good evening, November 124, Mike Charlie. Is Meridian, the FBO, IFR to Spirit of St. Louis. William, you got no voice coming through on frequency either. Your comms are all messed up, man. There's no voice coming through, only static. What a problem. Alright, we're going to stand by and wait for him to sort that out. Not a problem. We got plenty of gas to keep the engine running on the ground if need be. Not worried about it. I don't remember what the initial altitude is out of here.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
think sometime last night I must have bumped the mute button on my headset that I never use and never even look at.
Ah,
So,
gotcha.
Didn't even think to look there. Alright, here we go.
Malibu 124 Mike Charlie, Quad City approach, cleared to the St. Louis, Spirit of St. Louis Airport, radar vectors Burlington, and it's filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 200, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.905, squawk 3570.
Alright, we're cleared to Spirit of St. Louis, radar vectors Burlington, then it's filed. We'll maintain 5,000, expect flight level 20010, departure 125.95, and 3570 squawk for Meridian 124 Mike Charlie.
Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, read back correct. A Quad City altimeter 29903, expect runway 9er, call for taxi.
Meridian 124 Mike Charlie, we'll expect runway 9er. Alright, so we got the clearance, we got the squawk in, initial altitude is going to be 5,000. So vectors, so I'll get the flight director on heading, vertical speed, we'll start at 1,500 feet a minute, and we'll improve from there when we can get to flight
I was trying to
level
think, why would my voice not be working? And I never used that switch, but I do kind of remember bumping it when I was taking it off last night. And I realized, oh, maybe that's what it...
That'll do it.
I never even used that switch.
That will do it. Alright, we're gonna definitely want to turn the heat on.
Now the next question is, will your taxiways line up with the actual chart? There's been so much construction in Quad Cities lately. A couple years ago they kind of realigned a few taxiways, built a new one, and not sure that's all depicted on Flight Simulator yet.
I'll find out. Alright, let's get it warmed up in here, a little chilly for our passengers. Okay, we got our clearance, we'll check the flight plan. Procedure, we gotta do the arrival, it's the dirt arrival. Dirt 2.
And I didn't even
what
keep
runway
any
would be
old
they be
charts.
using? Go down over in Spirit of St. Louis. Looks like more runway. Let's see.
So what I usually do is just give the route that makes sense
Runway
on
8
the
left.
current chart, and pilots will have to
Transition
kinda
dirt.
figure out a route that most closely matches it.
Load
for
that.
something like
Alright. Flight plan is nice and in. Okay. Let's continue on with our checklist then. Alright, so avionics, MFD, good. CAS messages, consider, we're good there. We gotta check the pitot heat. Turn it on, the message goes away, good. Turn it off, message comes back. Taxi recognition light switch to on. Cabin climate control as required. We'll go ahead and set this guy to norm. Close the bleed air. We gotta just set the rudder trim. Takeoff trim is set. Alright, coming up here, verify normal, good. Stall warning test.
Stall.
It's good. Altimeters are set, and we can release park brake. We're going to keep the park brake set, though. Before we taxi here, chat, we are going to run it up. So we'll go ahead and set the power to the 1900 RPM. always overdo it somehow by a little bit. Bring it back. We're gonna call that close enough. We gotta do the governor test, so we'll test. Should be about a 60 RPM drop, which there was. Go ahead and close that. Bring the power back to idle. Alright, we'll do the reverse lockout switch. Make sure it can't go into beta. Good. Alright. Power level is retard. Gen switch off. Confirm that the alternator takes it. Sure did. Gen switch back on.
Does your machine have taxiway Papa parallel on the south side?
Sure doesn't have any of it, my friend. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I found it.
Alright, let's see. Just had first emergency landing in the M500, lost the engine, was able to glide to the nearest airport and slip it in. Very nice, Smitty Papa. I'd like to see that. Alright, continuing on with the checklist. That was the run-up check, so we're good, so we can taxi. So we will... I might have made it too hot in here, so bring that back right there. We'll release the parking brake. And Quad City approach. Meridian 124 Mike Charlie is ready to taxi with Alpha.
Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, runway 9er, taxi via Kilo 6, Kilo 5, Echo, Papa, cross runway 5 at Kilo 5. And if you have different scenery, let me know.
What's up, baby? Okay. Sounds good. This is where the TV game's gonna be. Alright, runway 9er taxi via Kilo 6, Kilo 5, Echo, Papa will cross runway 5 at Kilo 5 for Meridian 124 Mike Charlie. Let's go ahead and put it into beta range, because you need to taxi this thing on beta. We'll exit right here on taxiway, what should be Kilo 6. I'm gonna need the taxiway diagram up, so just give me a minute, chat. I swear I'll look at you once I get situated here. I'm gonna turn my landing line on too, because I can barely see anything. Yep, see, I'm already in the grass. Look at that. Taxi light, not strong enough. Alright. Let's go ahead and get on an actual taxiway here and not the grass. So this will be Kilo 6. Straight across to Kilo 5. Echo and Papa. And we're cleared across. So we're clear left, clear right. We'll get up here, we'll make a left, taxi all the way to runway 9. So, taxi checklist says taxi are clear, advanced power level slowly, prop RPM minimum 1200, brakes check, brakes are good, steering checked, full left, full right, we're good on the taxi. Alright, so we can start it before takeoff. Let's get the seatbelts on. Generator and alternator switches are on. Bleed air level is in. I checked that. Cabin is normal. Fuel temperature is in limits. We'll go manual. Manual. Clear right, clear left. We'll make the left turn here. Onto taxiway Papa. Alright, pitot heat on. Ice protection not required. Taxi recognition, landing light, nav light, strobe lights are all on. Flight instruments are checked. We're good on the flight instruments. CAS PFD, everything is what it should be. Engine instruments are checked and everything looks to be in the green. Radios, avionics, transponder are all set. Flaps, we do not need flaps for takeoff. The elevator trim and rudder trim are set. Flight controls, free and correct. Yes, sir. Toga, I don't think there's a toga button in this thing yet, so press if desired. It's not desired, and we'll start the timer on the takeoff roll. This thing really moves on the taxi if you don't put it in beta. Alright, so the before takeoff check was complete, we're ready to go flying. Don't mind me not being on the center line for the taxi, apparently. Also, it's actually poor form for me to have the strobe lights on before I actually am lining up on the runway, but whatever. As it stands, there's currently nobody else here.
Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, wind 080 at 12, turn right, heading 210, runway 9er, cleared for takeoff.
That'll be a right turn, heading 210, runway 9er, cleared for takeoff, Meridian 124 Mike Charlie. Alrighty. Chat, you know what time it is. It's time to go flying. Turn beta off. Clear to go. Finals clear. This is runway 9er. Take the runway. Start our timer here. And away we go. Airspeed alive, 70 knots. There is our rotation speed. Up and away we go. Positive rate, no more usable runway gear is coming up. Start a right turn. Heading 210. Put it into flight level change. Go for a speed of 140 in the climb. Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, 1,800 for 5,000.
Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, squawk mode Charlie.
Sorry about that. Didn't even realize I wasn't squawking mode C. Interesting.
Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, radar contact, altitude indicates 2,400.
4 Mike Charlie.
Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, proceed direct Burlington, climb and maintain 10,000, 10,000.
10,000 direct Burlington, Meridian 4 Mike Charlie. Alright, that's enough altitude for now. Direct to Burlington. Enter. We'll go nav. There's got to be a way to get those lights on. I got to figure that out. Continue this to 10,000. Oops, wrong way. How do I get these background lights to come on? What am I doing here? There we go. That's more better. Sort of. Maybe. Not really. We should have messed with this sooner, huh? Alright, that's enough for now. So we're good to go here. Climbing, cruising, we're looking good. Passengers in the back are doing alright. Let's come outside the airplane real quick. Guess we can turn some of the lights off, huh? We don't need the taxi light anymore. Don't need the landing light anymore. Eric Flight, thank you for the 29 months. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in today. There we go. Leaving Quad City in the dust. Zoom this out a little bit further here. I think we got everything the way we want it right now. Wait till we get to cruise before we have our passengers get released into the wild.
Meridian 4 Mike Charlie, Chicago Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. 4 Mike Charlie, thanks for coming in today, buddy. Alright, that gives us free reign to go up to flight level 200, so we'll do that. We're already on course. Set. Flight level change, speed 140 for the cruise climb. All the instruments look good and green to me. We're moving. On our way. Some dome light knobs above the other light knobs and the switches, I think. Probably should have figured this out before taking off. I mean, we do have the floodlight, should we need it. Where is the dome light? Is there a dome light on this thing? Anyways, we can... That's good enough for now. Cruising along here just fine. $10,000 feet. We're all set up top. Actually, this can go to auto, and this can go to auto. Almost forgot about that. That should be it. We're moving. There are 2 knobs above the dimmer panel. Oh, there's sneaky knobs that I can barely see. That might be the ticket there. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Thank you, John. Much appreciated. Smitty for the win. Alright. Probably should have messed with that before starting the airplane. Thank you for your help, sir. Alright, we're climbing up to our cruise altitude of flight level 200 for this flight. We're well on our way. Let's go ahead and dim these avionics a little bit. That's actually probably as far as they're going to decrease, I guess. Dim the dome light a little bit. I think that's plenty good right there. Just so we can see. Sim, Mr. Egan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Did I have elections today? I voted absentee. I always vote absentee because I never know if I'm going to work or not on election day. But I did vote. I voted absentee. But yes, today was election day.
Attention all aircraft information. Bravo is current at Quad Cities. Quad City altimeter 299.
We're going to listen to our good buddy here on Quad City for now until we get need to switch to Unicom and get out of his range. Hopefully some flying club members will give him a little bit more traffic at Kilo Mike Lima, India. Looks like we got a little traffic above us here. Is he showing up on our... I might have to turn the TCAS on. Let's see. Next red, the traffic is on. He's probably way up there then. If that's the case. So no factor. We're not going to have any weather to deal with. It's clear skies all the way to Spirit of St. Louis. Beautiful night in the sim. All you can see is the silhouette of an airplane out here in the dark. Almost to our cruise altitude of 200. When's boss sending you back to work? I don't know. I haven't been called in since September 21st. I actually sent an email to the chief pilot office letting them know that I'm getting pretty close to my currency, so I am hoping that I'll either get a trip off of reserve or they'll give me a trip outright soon. Hopefully. I'll wait and see. So I don't know yet. But I hope sometime next week or the week after, otherwise I'm going to be getting pretty close to my landing currency. Center our heading bug here. Passengers seem unhappy. Let's go ahead and give them their coffee and their snacks and make them happy. Temperature's good. They're happy now. Get the seatbelt sign off once we get to cruise. It's gonna be the first time I go into the flight levels with this thing. Go ahead and set our 290902, standard baro.
How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. Thinking about hopping on, maybe getting some radio work, trying to get this stuff down.
Fantastic.
Yeah, sounds good.
You're hearing some voices in the Virtuous A Flying Club Discord chat. Again, if you can, if you're around and you want to do some flying.
You're on approach, basically.
Moline approach is on. Kilo Mike Lima, India.
Without, if I'm outside of your range, I can't.
William
I won't
Polly.
have ATC coverage, correct?
Give him some traffic.
I'll cover an area about 40 miles around the Quad City Airport and up to 10,000 feet.
If you're interested in the Virtuous A Flying
And
Club,
that will
which is
be
a
top-down.
general aviation flying club on the VATSIM network, take a
tower.
look at that Discord link. The only stipulation is that you got to be a VATSIM member in good standing to join us, but if you are that,
Okay, so if I
can
if
get
I
on
wanted
in.
to practice requesting flight following, as long as I stay within the 40-mile radius, I could get flight following, or is that just a center thing?
Oh, you can get flight following, absolutely.
19 for 20.
Tracon will be able to give you flight following. And if you want it all the way to one of the airports in my airspace, I can tell you which ones they are. They're all the ones that are within about 40 miles. So that would be Muscatine.
Ooh, nice breeze. Had to open the window a little bit.
Davenport,
Got a little warm in this apartment tonight
Geneseo,
after cooking.
Kewanee, Galesburg, Monmouth, and Mercer County.
All right, cool. I'm gonna come up with a little VFR plan here, and I'll hop on and
Gonna level
I'll
off,
fumble
and
my
we're
way
gonna get
through this.
to our cruise speed here and see how we're doing. Welcome to cruise, ladies and gentlemen. You can go ahead and relieve yourself of the seatbelts if you so desire. Temperature is staying pretty good a bit here, so we don't have to adjust that at the moment. See what this old airplane's going to give us at flight level 200. Got plenty of gas, so we'll give it a nice cruise. We'll target about 1200 on the torque. See what that gives us in terms of our indicated airspeed. Okay, I don't really want to exceed 180. Starts yelling at you when you get into the yellow. Speed. Looks like the passengers are good and happy. Good fixins. Cinnamon. Thanks for coming in today, buddy. You got it on the third try. Look at you. Guess we can give it a little bit more here. I think that's going to be plenty good for cruise power setting and a cruise speed. Let's see. We can give it just a little bit more of the beans. Let's see what we got here. As long as we keep it in the green, so we're good right there. That's fine. I'm not going to adjust it anymore. IR smart, you sure are, my friend. Again, we departed out of Quad City, which is Kilo Mike Lima, India. We've got a Virtuous A Flying Club member that's currently working approach there. If anybody is looking to do a flight, it'd be nice if you could give him some traffic. We are on our way to Spirit of St. Louis. Not a super long flight. Gonna get this down on the ground at Spirit of St. Louis and call it a nice early night for the sim. Gonna go watch hockey with Sarah. She's got her Rangers game on at 7:30, and the Devils play at 10 o'clock. So plenty of hockey. For the apartment tonight. Rangers are playing the Red Wings. It looks like in Madison Square Garden, and the Devils are playing in Colorado, playing the Avalanche. Looks like we're making our left turn to dirt. That'll bring us onto the dirt arrival. So let's see. So we're over here. So this arrival we have to cross. Expect dirt at 13. Then we got Sedin, Berge. We're gonna be landing going east, so then it looks like it's going to be the Forestel VOR and then 149. So the only altitude we have on here really is 13 at dirt. So that's what we'll have. Top of descent is about 10 minutes, so we don't have too long to go. About 10 minutes till we get to our top of descent at dirt. And then I should probably look at the procedures. Select arrive or select approach. Excuse me. Let's see. We're going to plan on 8 left. We got any approaches for 8 left or only 8 right? It looks like only 8 right. There's an RNAV GPS for 8 left. It should be visual though. So we'll just go ahead and we'll plug in the visual for 8 left. Visual for 8 left. Vectors. And we'll load that. Enter. And that actually gives us altitudes to kind of follow now the rest of the way here on our approach that kind of help us out. So what we'll plan on doing is we'll kind of set 4,000 feet for the VNAV descent, and that'll kind of get us, it looks like, going in the right direction according to what we've got here. Unless ATC comes on, and they could always, of course, helps out with any kind of vectoring, this, that, or whatever. But right now we know ATC for St. Louis, so keep an eye on it. Yes, Sarah is a Rangers fan and I'm a Devils fan. It's one of the few things that we disagree on. Did you turn my candle off?
I did. That's also
Okay. That's fine. So we got, now what did I say we have until top of descent here? Looks like about, actually we got about 12 minutes to top of descent. So 12 minutes. All good. Well on our way to Spirit of St. Louis in our beautiful M500 that you can't really see in the dark. You can just barely make out a silhouette of an airplane. You can see it from the bottom with the starry night. That's for sure. That's a pretty nice picture right there, Chad. Look at that. Alright. See what it looks like out our wing here. You can't really see much out the wing. It is dark. Still dark. Alright. How are the passengers doing? What's the temp? Temp's good. Passengers are fat, dumb, and happy. Fantastic. So I might be going to the game Friday night, Smitty, where the Devils play the Capitals. I have not 100% decided yet, because right now I don't have anybody to go with, and I don't know if I want to go to a game by myself right now. Waiting for my one buddy Ed to see if he wants to come. If he wants to come, then I'll go to the game Friday night against the Caps. But if not, then I'll probably just save the money for a future game so I can go with someone. So I might be there. We'll see. TBD. Got our little top of descent nugget out here. Coming into view. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Set, like I said, we're going to set 4,000 feet for the VNAV. That should set us up nicely for a visual approach to runway 8 left into Spirit of St. Louis this evening. As simple as that. We're just cruising now. Waiting for our top descent. Nice easy airplane. Really enjoying it so far. I think they did a fantastic job. It's worth every bit of the $35. Again, I gave it a, what did I say in the first stream? It was a 4.8 out of 5. That's probably the highest I've ever given for one of my ratings for a new aircraft in the sim. Definitely the highest for any Microsoft Flight Sim aircraft. So 4.8 out of 5 stars for me. Worth every bit of the $35 if you're interested. Doesn't even stutter as much as the Comanche. That's why it's got a higher rating than the Comanche in my book. Because Comanche still stutters on my computer a little bit. Nah, it's not going to be possible. She's doing some other stuff Friday night, so she's not going to go to the game with me, Smitty. It's either my buddy Ed or I'm probably not going to go. What are we looking at for our top of descent here? About 7 minutes. So what we're going to do, chat, since there's still no ATC online, we're going to go ahead and set our altitude to 4,000 feet. And we'll arm the VNAV. This way we don't forget in 7 minutes. Scroll all the way down to 4,000 feet and hit the VNAV button. And it'll take the path when the time comes, and then I just gotta remember to pull the power back so I don't accidentally overspeed once it starts descending. By the way, our next virtue safe.
Quad City approach, November 214 Alpha Mike radio check.
I'm going to switch off and go to Unicom since we're getting close here.
November 214 Alpha Mike, Quad.
Our next Virtual Safe Flying Club event for the Flying Club members is on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to Standard Time. Daylight Savings was a few days ago. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the Capital Crossfire. Our good buddy Brant is going to have us flying between Bismarck and Pierre. So that's Bismarck, North Dakota, or South. I don't remember which one is North Dakota and South Dakota, to be quite honest with you, Chad. My brain just stopped functioning there for a second. I'm pretty sure it's Bismarck, North Dakota, Pierre, South Dakota, but I'll double check that off stream. You guys can correct me if you know on stream. That's going down on Thursday night. Only five Flying Club members have reacted so far, so hopefully a few more will pop in on Friday evening to join our next event. I will be participating in that event. I don't know what I'm going to be flying yet. Let's see.
Do I need to file a flight plan on VATSIM for VFR, or just go for it?
Nope. Just call up and say what you would like.
145 miles straight line. So let's see. I think I'll probably fly the Comanche on Thursday night, chat. That'll probably be what I do. I think I've been using the Meridian quite a bit the last couple days, so I'll probably fly the Comanche on a stream Thursday night for the Virtual Safe Flying Club event between Pierre and Bismarck there. Seems to make the most sense. Now, if the weather is IFR, then maybe I'll consider whipping out the Meridian, the old M500 here, but if it's VFR, then I plan on doing the Comanche on Thursday night. The new Virtual Safe Flying Club livery that we have for the Comanche, thanks to our good buddy Zach. Very, very nice. Four minutes to top of descent. I'm gonna jump out of the Discord again, I guess.
We'll see.
Take care.
Let them kind of do their thing, since our good buddy Willie's gonna help out with Alan in there. Weather in Spirit of St. Louis, wind variable at 6-10 miles, clear skies. It's going to be a nice, easy visual approach to runway 8 left. How are passengers doing back there? It looks like they're still doing good. Temperature's still good. I don't know why the seatbelt sign accidentally turned back on, but we'll go ahead and take it off. You guys can take your seatbelts off back there. Sorry about that. They should be good on food and drink for the rest of the flight. I don't see another reason to do another set there. Can't hear you. Been doing it for like the last 45 minutes. When I land. Soon. Okay, when I land. Pretty fat crosswind from the right, chat. 58 knots. That's why we're doing a pretty good crab if you look at our MFD here. Since we're up this high and the temperature is cool, we're going to probably have to defog the windscreen when we start our descent, but we'll get that going once we hit the top of descent here in a couple minutes. V-path, there it is. Alright, so we'll start our descent here. Let's bring the power back a little bit so we don't overspeed it. I'm going to turn the defog on. So we don't fog it up in here by accident. And that looks like it'll be enough of a power setting to slow this thing down while it's in the descent. Keep it around $1.80. Follow the approach all nice and nice. Should sequence us pretty well for the straight in visual to runway 8 left. Starting to see St. Louis out here, all the big city lights coming up off our left front there. Coming through 18, we'll set our barrow. Looks like it's a pretty standard night. The altimeter, Spirit of St. Louis is 2981. Let's see. It's saying 3003 where we're at right now, though. That might not be accurate. I don't know if the sim is lying to us. We'll wait and see when we get a little bit closer. We'll try and adjust it as necessary. Sim might be lying to us a little bit right now. You can start to see the city of St. Louis out in the distance there with the silhouette of our M500. Okay. So you don't need me to do it then? Oh, alright. We'll do it. Gotcha, gotcha. I just realized I've been flying crooked this whole time, chat. Nobody told me to center the rudder pedals here. The trim. There we go, that's better. Sorry, plane, didn't mean to have you flying crooked the whole time. The Real Millhouse, thanks for coming in today. Good to see you. On our descent into Spirit of St. Louis. Chesterkin still hurt. Yeah, Chesterkin still got a little bit of a knock. Noteworthy Nerd, thanks for coming in today. Emergency Butter, thank you as well. Burning extra gas, a little bit. Alrighty, we're gonna let the VNAV just keep on working it down for us, set us up for the visual to 8 left into Spirit of St. Louis. Weather's good, everything else is good. There we go, now the altimeter looks a little bit more appropriate for what it should be. There you go, Sim, caught up. We're on the, what is it, the Dirt 1 or Dirt 2 arrival? Dirt 2. Yes. And the Rangers scored already in their game. No, they're in MSG. Yeah. Are you good? Okay. Damn, the Rangers are all over him to start this game. Damn. Does autopilot on pitch on purpose? Oh, you got me there. It's not. Go ahead and continue our descent then. Thank you for pointing that out. That's what I get for not paying attention to the plane and trying to watch the game. Emergency butter comes in handy. Turns out that the VNAV does not take unless it's given altitudes. I should probably know that offhand. Yeah, it was pretty hot in here. Yeah. So we'll just keep, we'll just do vertical speed. Alright, now that we're actually descending like we're supposed to, thank you for the assist there, emergency butter. In that case, we're actually going to go down to 3,000 feet instead of 4,000 feet. Set us up for eventually the visual for runway 8 left. I believe 3,000 feet will still be a safe altitude. You give croissants to the yeah, the passengers had their food and drink already. They're getting a little hungry and thirsty again, but they can wait till we get on the ground for the rest of it. They're still smiling and happy back there, so we're all good. Can't see back there, they got the lights off. Sleeping. We should probably have them put the seatbelts on since we're getting close to our destination here. Alright, looking good still here, chat. We should probably increase this descent a little bit. Get down to the 3,000 feet. We're getting a little bit closer here. No idea why the engine failed when I left landing on a low battery since I had no engine during descent landing. Interesting. Wonder if it was like a true failure or a simism. I think 1,000 feet per minute again should be good here. We're going to get our heading bugs set to go here towards our final approach in just a second. Right about that heading for now. We'll call it a 130. Getting pretty close to our destination here now. $4,000 for 3,000. Field elevation is only 400, so here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to go down to 2,000. That'll get us closer to what traffic pattern altitude would be, and we'll join the final at 2,000. So we'll set 2,000. Rob Valkyrie, thanks for coming in today. Yeah, I'll be joining her watching hockey the rest of the night once I get all landed up here. She's got the Rangers game on now and the Devils game on later. The Devils are in Colorado. Once we get down to 2,000 feet, we'll start slowing up and setting up for the visual approach here. You can see the airport in sight off our left. Tell you what, we're going to make this a heading of a 120, and we're going to take it right now, chat. Heading selected. We'll activate our vector to final. 3,000 for 2,000. Again, we got the field insight all nice and nice over here. Get a little bit closer and then we'll turn the autopilot off and do it all by hand. Oh, I'm sorry that you've got the Rona there, Rob. Hopefully it'll be quick and you'll feel better soon. Gives you plenty of time to, well, at least when you're feeling up to it, to tinker around in the sim. Otherwise, just relax, drink some tea, take it easy. Hopefully you'll feel right as rain soon. Stupid Rona. Alright, so we are level at 2,000 feet. We'll start slowing down here as we get a bit closer. We are, what, about a little over 10 miles out, so we don't have to slow down too aggressively just yet. 2,000 feet, Passengers are still plenty happy. They can hang out and get some more drink and food at the FBO once we land. It's a nice silhouette of the airplane with the city back there. Pretty. Okay, we got the field in sight. We're going to be landing on 8 left, so not with the flashers. That's right, right. We're going to come on the smaller runway 8 left here. If you guys want to start putting landing rate guesses into the chat, we can do that. I've got Volanta running, so we'll use that for our landing rate meter. If you want to make a guess, no prizes, just pride. I will say this: I haven't had a single landing above minus 100. They've all been below minus 100 feet in this airplane, even the first one. So I'll say that, but you guys can guess what you think. You know, there's always the chance that I somehow bungle it up this time, so if you want to make those guesses, now would be the time to do so. No need for the exclamation point predict. Got Kenny Monster off his game. He predicted minus 38. It's the first time I've seen him choose anything other than minus 173, I think. At least for a long time. Alright, this is what we're going to do, chat. Autopilot Yoda Emperor off. Let's hand fly the rest of the way in. We're even going to go ahead and kill the flight director. We don't need it anymore. We got the field in sight. We'll do this visually. We'll go ahead and put the first notch of flaps in below 168. I can probably turn the windshield heat off. We're going to go manual here, manual here. We're going to get the landing, the landing light on and the taxi light on.
Check gear.
We're going to go ahead and put the gear down. Flaps 20 degrees. I feel like I come in a little bit high, but it's hard to tell at night sometimes, especially in the sim. And it is the smaller runway. Again, we're going for the left side, not the right side. I think we're doing alright though. Get this thing squared up to the final here in just a second. I think I'm pretty much right where I want to be though. Need to get below 118 for the final notch of flaps. And last call for any landing rate guesses. If you want to give it a shot, no prizes, just pride in knowing that you got the closest guess. Alright, 39 degrees on the flaps. That's the last notch. The gear is down and green. And we're looking for about 85 knots. Although we're still a bit of a ways out, so we won't slow down all the way just yet. Let's pick it up a little bit. I don't want to go that slow just yet. Get closer to the 85 once we get closer to final. The sim is going to go ahead and stutter as we get closer to the ground here. It's loading the city of St. Louis. Doesn't stutter as bad as the Comanche does, though. Again, another reason why I like this thing a lot. Even when I'm streaming, this thing stutters sometimes, but very, very little compared to the Comanche or really any other aircraft that I have in the sim for the most part. I think we're on a pretty good path here. Start slowing down for that 85. Ah, come on, I was just talking nice things about you, sim, and now you're going to start stuttering like this? Let's not play this game. We got the runway made, so let's go ahead and pull the power completely out. coming in a little hot here. Nice and easy. Yeah, see, that's probably going to be the hardest landing I've done so far in this thing. It's also the first time I've done a night landing, though, so that could be somewhat to do with it. We'll get it into beta here. Get zoomed in for a taxiway diagram. Make our right turn. I just realized I didn't make any calls on Unicom on VATSIM chat. How dare I? Completely and utterly forgot to make any radio calls, but there's no traffic here, so it doesn't matter. Welcome to the Wild Wild West.
Just subscribed. 16 months.
Thanks for coming in today, Jeffrey. Appreciate you. We are off of the runway, and we're pretty much just going to go right into the ramp straight ahead here, chat. I don't see any other reason not to. I didn't make any calls, so we'll pretend we weren't on VATSIM. Alright, so we can go ahead and follow the checklist now. First thing we're going to do is stop the timer. We are going to turn the fuel pumps to auto. We're going to turn the ignition switch off. We're going to turn the pitot heat off. We'll turn the landing light off. We'll turn the strobe lights off. The ice protection's off. The weather radar will go standby. The flaps are up and the transponder is fine. We'll go ahead and supposed to be a ramp here, but I guess the sim is painting it as grass, so we're just gonna have to park in the grass. That's fine. We'll turn the bait off. This is supposed to be a ramp. I guess the ramp is right here, huh? Here we go. We'll park. We'll get into the pavement and we'll stop it right there. I'll set the parking brake. We'll finish up our checklist here. Let's go ahead and get the weather radar. It's just the next red. We'll get that off. Alright. Parking brake is set. Cabin comfort is off. Power levels idle. Cabin climate control switches. We're going to turn these guys off. Off. Air conditioner's off. Turn this all the way down, so those are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Avionics switch off. Generator switch off. Alternator switch off. ITTs have been stable for about 2 minutes, I would say so. Condition lever to idle. Pull the bleed air out. Turn our exterior lights off. Fuel remaining, we'll make a note of the fuel we got left. 276 on each side, very good. And at this point we can turn the battery switch off. And wheels and chocks as required. So we'll go ahead and chalk it. We'll go ahead and put the red carpet out, open the door so our passengers can unload. Get the cones up. Do the unload in real time and see what... I can't see anything out here. Normally a car would pull up. I can't see jack though. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to... we're going to unload it in instant. Get that out of the way. Put the covers on. And voila. Flight complete. Well, there you go. The landing rate. Jeffrey B, thank you for the subscription again. Sorry about that. I was still under 100. It's the hardest landing I've done in this airplane, but it was still under 100, chat. Minus 93, according to this. Minus 93. So who would be the closest? Let's see, there was a 38, a 101, and a 43. Well, 101 is going to take that. 101's going to take that. Yeah, I forgot to talk on Unicom, but that's okay. Uncontrolled Wild Wild West, it is what it is. Jeffrey B's back home. Thank you for the resub. Home until these 2024. Well, you only got a couple more months, so. So, minus 93. That's our flight. We did Moline to Spirit of St. Louis. Again, if you want to do some flying tonight, we do have our good Virtue Safe Flying Club buddy, William, is on Moline Quad City Approach. So that's Kilo Mike Lima India. Go give him some traffic if you're in the mood to do some flying. I'm going to call it good right here. Going to go watch some hockey with Sarah for the rest of the evening. So let's wrap it up. Let me find someone to raid. Who's streaming? See what we got out there tonight. Looks like our good buddy Stu is flying for the Pilot Club tonight, GA Tuesday. Let's see, what is he flying? I'm going to open up his channel real quick. I have no idea what kind of airplane he's flying, but he is streaming. He's flying in Washington tonight with the Pilot Club, so we'll go ahead and give him the raid. So let's do that. Alright, let's go ahead and get this set up. Sorry. So STW222, there he is. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. As always, I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys again on Thursday night for the Virtue Safe Flying Club event that Brant is running. We're either going to be in the Comanche or back in this thing, depending on the weather. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Good night, guys. Go say hi to Steve for us.
What the hell, bro? Really? They totally do it. Okay, whatever, bro.